Welcome back to Andrew's Collectibles. Today is Random Toy Review Day, and for today's episode, I elected to go back to the 90s, and this is Mighty Max. So this is the Cyclops / Ogre, whatever you want to call him, playset. And Mighty Max was made by Bluebird Toys, who also produced Polly Pocket. Now, the thing about Polly Pockets and Mighty Max is if you can find them in the 90s loose, you're never going to find all the pieces. The pieces are about this big, and they would go everywhere because these sets, even though they close up, they have holes and stuff would fall out. So the fact that I found this and there is a Mighty Max with it, it's worth talking about, because generally you're not going to find the pieces for this stuff. You're going to have to order them. You're going to find the play sets everywhere and anywhere, but the play sets are almost useless. I've got like 25 of them without Mighty Max. So Mighty Max was a small boy. Here he is right here. That when he put his hat on became Mighty Max, and he would fight evil / monsters, whatever you want to call it. And inside these play sets, they were all different. They had a lot of different things going on. There was sometimes a mad scientist, there was sometimes dinosaurs, there was sometimes all kinds of different stuff that he would do, and you could set them up and play around in here, and it was really going on the whole miniature toy craze of the 80s / 90s. And even now, I mean, Shopkins, Grocery Gang, that sort of thing, you're seeing a lot of that now, but these are even smaller. Like, this is like not much bigger than a jelly bean. And sometimes the figures had a little bit of articulation where they would bend on the knees and stuff like that, and they don't. The cool thing I want to show about this is it's a Cyclops, right? So when you close it and he's in his spot, it kind of looks like it's got an eye, which that's Mighty Max, right? So you see on these things it had parts that opened, doors that opened, and you could lock them up. That's where you're supposed to put your figures, is in these spots, so that you didn't lose them. Try telling a kid that, right? Try telling anyone that. And there was probably 20 or 30 different of these bases, and the price point I think was like $7 or $8 in the 90s. So you could get them pretty cheap, and they were fun to play with until you lost the figures, and then they just got thrown in the garbage. So I really like these for the nostalgia feel. Obviously, if you watch this channel, you're going to know I love nostalgia, but I also like them because for something so small, they put a lot of different thought and design in the process, right? Like the skulls, the skeletons, the stuff on the walls, everything. It's just really cool. So it's worth grabbing, especially like these little pieces go for big bucks if you can find parts of the set. So if you see these out in the wild and you see the set, sometimes people will have them in like Ziploc bags and they'll have the figures with it. Grab them. Grab them right away, because you can flip them and make pretty good money. A loose set like this isn't worth very much. Complete with the figures, worth a ton of money. Not like a ton, but like significantly more than you're probably going to pay at a yard sale. I would say it's worth about $30 if you have everything in there, and you'll probably pick this up at a yard sale if you get lucky and the figures are in it for maybe $3 or $4. The person hasn't like price matched on stuff like that. So that being said, I love this stuff. I love Mighty Max. My daughter seems to be getting into Polly Pockets, so that's super cool. Those are impossible to find too, but she just uses Shopkins and stuff like that in them. But let me know what you think of Mighty Max. What do you remember about the cartoon? What was your favorite Mighty Max memory, if you do have one, or if you don't, what do you think of it? So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more great content. Thanks.